For this movie, the point for us is to deepen the characters and get people to become attached to these characters and have them view them as realistic characters that they can relate to. And hopefully we pull that off. It'd be great to hear some feedback from the audience once they see it.
I want to talk about the costumes, guys. We've already mentioned color. Some of y'all watched it growing up. Okay, well, this is my fun. Talk about putting the costumes on for the first time, guys. How exciting was that for you? If you had watched it, if you hadn't watched it, you were like, I gotta not eat like a sandwich today. Like, let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what. I definitely didn't matter what diet so we were supposed to be on. I still enjoyed whatever it is that I wanted to eat. I think it was important for me to like be a real person on camera first off. So we're teenagers in high school. This whole concept of like you're superheroes, you have to be ripped and whatever. It's like, how is that relatable? You know what I mean? Like we don't go from like teenage girls to bam, women, like grown men, like you know, like the whole point is the struggle into becoming a superhero. And so putting on the suits, to be quite honest, it was not the most comfortable. It was tight and suffocating and restricting. But I think when we saw them, it was like, when we see them on for the first time, that's when it's like, okay, it's all worth it.
No, I think it's an important issue. I think, to be perfectly honest, there was pressure on certain physique to fit into these costumes, especially on the girls. And I think there was some like contention towards that. But at the end, we were able to, like, you guys were able to perform much better once that issue was, like, out of the way and it was settled that, you know, these characters are real characters. Exactly. They represent real girls in school. They're not just, you know, perfect models going to school.
That was something that me and Naomi, obviously being females in the industry, and there's not many of us, bravo to the ones who are sitting at the table, no offense, gentlemen. But I think that was one thing, and that Dean was very supportive of, too, our director. I think the creatives, us, the actors, and Dean himself, when it came to ideas, he was very collaborative, and there wasn't like, okay, you have to do this.
And also I think that training for the movie, so we trained really hard, really hard, and we worked our butts off. I was training like 3 times a day. But that wasn't just for an aesthetic, right? You know, obviously for me, as Naomi, I'm like, I want to look good on camera, I want to be my best, but it's the stamina to get through the shoot. It's not just like, as Becky said, with the girl, it's like, no, we are girls in high school, we're not Victoria's Secret models, like, you know, well, we definitely ain't a height, put 2 of us together maybe, but like, so, you know.
Yeah, they fit in the costumes very well, and it looks amazing.
But then, like, as you for actors, like, how did it inform your performance, like, just getting to wear these iconic characters?
I mean, there's the physical side of it, and then there's the kind of mental side of it, right? What it represents. The physical side, it was definitely uncomfortable. It was definitely restrictive. There's like 5 layers on you. Some parts cuts off your circulation, other parts get you too hot, right? They're very expensive. They're like hundreds of thousands of dollars each. By then they were falling apart, so they're worth nothing now. But then there's the mental aspect, the symbolic aspect, where you put on the mask and you feel like, oh wow, I'm a superhero, and you feel the figure, the image, the symbol these masks represent. Why superheroes are anonymous? Because anyone could be behind those masks. So that's what the story is hopefully these kids watch this movie and they see the imperfections in these characters and also how realistic these characters are, and they feel like if they get together and really be themselves and find friends, they can go out and be heroes themselves.